back to Cricket for Americans on this glorious Saturday. After IPL has finished for the day, 2 matches, one not so great, but one for the ages. One an enjoyable match that you can enjoy whether you're a CSK or an Rajasthan fan. Such a great day. We saw some runs being scored, ladies and gentlemen, and we saw the mighty fall. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Gabe, how are you doing today?
Nick, I'm not going to lie. This is probably one of the most devastating losses I've experienced in some time. Devastating losses. And it was devastating for many, many reasons. There was some good stuff to talk about today, but I'm generally perturbed right now because not just the loss, but some of the reactions of the CSK fans. And I get it. It's just one game, right? But I think I hold athletes in a different light because I know and I have met so many athletes and I interacted with them personally, okay? And I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus because I literally still drive limos, but I have seen a guy who I know plays on Sunday morning football and is in Vegas Friday night partying. Huh? I've seen a guy literally hours, not days, Nick, hours after a playoff loss in Vegas partying like it's nothing. So I know for some of these athletes, they don't care. They're just cashing a check. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And that really upsets me because we're the ones as fans that provide the energy and really we're the commodity because we're the ones that are paying to watch these games. All right. We're the reasons that they're in the positions they are. But I made some disparaging comments, nothing personal. I didn't talk about his mother. I didn't talk about him as a person. I talked about Sam Curran, and you guys saw the title, Sam Curran as a cricketer, and people were like, oh, I was too harsh. I went too far. Somebody's like, unsubscribe. Okay, then, bye. You're not killing me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the real talk. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so upsetting to see people not hold athletes accountable. Guys, these people are millionaires, the majority of them. They make more money than you and I will ever make in a lifetime. And we're not allowed, when we're the ones that provide them and put in that situation, to critique them when they're performing poorly? Really? We can only applaud them and laud them when they perform well? Stop it. Stop. That's not what I signed up for. That's not what I signed up for, cousin. I mean, guys, you already know what this is. This is another installment of R3 Wickets. CSK, Rajasthan Royals. Nick, I'm going to let you go first because I don't even know, but you know I want to start with what I hated. So I'm going to go. I want you to start first with what you hated. Let me gather my thoughts because there's so much to hate on the CSK side.
No problemo. I assumed that the Royals were going to collapse, and I love the fact that they didn't. But what did I hate? The fact that fizzy, right? The fizzy lifting drink. The only thing it lifted was sixes, my friend, and boundaries. Because the fizzy lifting drink, holy cow, it was a gift that just kept on giving. Now, it wasn't as much of a giving tree as a Sam Curran or a Hazelwood, but 51 runs, 4 overs. We saw an amazing performance by Guy Quad. That's all I'm going to say. And I understand that someone's going to get burned by that. But look at some of these others. Sakurai, less than 8 economy rate. Markandi, how do you say that? Less than 9. Even Tawadi was less than 10. Fizzy, almost 13. Short and simple. I hated that. I didn't hate anything else.
Nick, let me start with what I hated for CSK. First and foremost, CSK, I feel like went into this game maybe too overconfident. I'm going to start with Dhoni, okay? And don't care. Everybody gets on me. Oh, Gabe, you praise everything CSK does. Every time they win, oh, it's Dhoni's captaincy. Well, they lost this one because of Dhoni's captaincy and the selection. Because I don't understand sitting both Dwayne Bravo and Deepak Chahar. When Deepak Chahar is being your best bowler in the power play, easily. Dwayne Bravo the best in the death, and you take them both out? Is it maybe to see, well, what can we do? Is this working on a contingency plan? I don't understand. They did not go in with this game with a mentality of we got to win this game. And you knew that by the selection. So right away, I'm upset about that. What else did I not like, okay? You know what Christian Gautam gets paid? Nick, not Gautam. It's Robin Uthappa gets paid $420,000. The guy has barely played this year, right? $420,000 US. That's 3 core. That was a $420,000 drop. I haven't seen you do anything all season. Put you in there and you drop a $420,000. That's what you do. That's what you do. You're trash. Unbelievable. Bro, there's really, Robin Uthappa, there's a reason that they didn't keep you in Rajasthan. If you weren't good enough to play for Rajasthan, really, you're good enough to play for CSK. That's why they let him go CSK, and we need to let him go in the auction as well. So frustrated about that. Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? The drop. Another drop in the very first over, and I think that was Jaiswal who got a 50 that they dropped. It was, what's his name? Rayudu. Okay, people are like, oh, it was a hard. No, it's a sitter. He lost it in the lights. Everybody loses it in the lights. It's a sitter. You got to make that catch. Okay? It was so upsetting. But more than that, who or what did I despise? The bowling. Specifically, two guys. You know, Hazelwood, 54 runs. Hootie! He should go home and take a shower with the blue soap. I'm going to send him a bar of this blue soap. Disgusting. No wicket. Now, 1 wicket by him, 2 wides. It was terrible. And Sam Curran, 4 overs, 55 runs. Can we stop with the Sam Curran love already? Can we stop with the Sam Curran love already? Nick did the research, all right? Top 10 expensive performances this year. Top 10 hooties this year in the IPL. Sam Curran owns 3 of them. He owns 3 of them. It's not like the guy has even balled that much this year. Yeah, he owns 3 of them. I'm done with the Sam Curran love. Stop with the Gabe. Oh, he's young. Stop with that. I'm not attacking his youth. I'm attacking his play. Trash. Hootie. Listen, when you get paid what Sam Curran gets paid, you better go out and perform. The guy, Nick, it basically gets paid $771,000. For that? $750,000 for that? For 3 hooties this year? Really? And I can't criticize him? I got a parent criticize me when half the class fails a test. I got a parent criticizes me when it tells me I don't understand Common Core math. That's your fault, not mine. But I can't criticize Sam Curran for getting $771,000. Nick, seriously, bro. The anger in me. I'm so over you can't criticize him. He's too young. Then stop playing. Wait till you put on some big boy pants, all right? Get out the britches, get out the diaper. When you're ready to get criticized, then step into the IPL. Then step into being a professional. Because as a professional athlete, you're going to get criticized when you play like this. 3 hooties, people, this year. 3 hooties. You know how many games he's played? Like 6. He's averaging a hootie half the time. Are you kidding me? Trash. I don't want to see him on CSK side again this year. I'm so disgusted, and that's what I hated, Nick. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. Nick, what did you like?
Oh, I'm cracking up because I just thought of a beautiful editing thing I'm going to do. You guys have already seen it. I hope you enjoyed that. All right. So much that I liked. This was a match where we saw, and I don't want to steal any thunder, but a certain individual get 101 off 60 balls. You know what? No, I need you to go first for my point to make sense. Gabe, what did you like?
I like the offense. I like CSK. You know, I mentioned before today, CSK had won 7 in a row. You know what the change was? A guy named Gaikwad, who's probably going to be the emerging player this year. Last 3 games, 350s consecutive. That had never been done on the CSK side before by a new player, by a rookie player. 350s. This year, Nick, he's already got 4 half centuries. And we're not talking about cheapies either. He's got an 88 in there, like you said, a 72. Gaikwad is the real deal. 101 runs, 60 balls, not out. That is beautiful. His batting was not just great and masterful, but it was unselfish. This was a team performance, and you feel bad for him. All right. Jadeja and him were in there in the last 2 overs. Jadeja was hot. It wasn't like he was trying to not take a single and not let Jadeja take the strike, or vice versa. Jadeja was trying to do the same to artificially inflate his numbers, Nick. They absolutely had a partnership, and they were going for the best possible highest score. Jadeja went off, and Gaikwad had 2 balls to go. And guess what? On the last ball, he hit that 6 for the century for actually getting 101. It was a great performance, and he has really emerged as, I think, the cornerstone of this CSK team. Opening partnership, the guy hasn't gotten literally less than 40, I believe, this year at all. This guy is always there, gets through the power play, and that helps establish a strong presence. The batting side for CSK was unbelievable. Hats off to you, young man. We already said in the stream, this guy looks like he can even play test. And guys, go back and watch his innings. There weren't any silly scoop shots backwards. There weren't any what we call IPL or T20 shots where they're doing crazy reverse swing. No, these were real cover drive, straight shots. This guy did his job, and it was unbelievable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was so much fun to watch. The scoring was incredible. The century was fantastic. What did I like about Rajasthan? The fact that you had Gaikwad get a 168 strike rate, 101 on 60 balls, and Rajasthan did one better. They didn't have someone that get a century, but the strike rates, they did what Gabe always says is the West Indies mentality. I don't know if it's true, but I'm going to believe it because Gabe said it. Lewis, he's got the second highest strike rate in the IPL. 27 runs, 12 balls. Goodbye. You see 2 overs, go. 225 strike rate. Jaiswal, 50 runs on 21 balls. Goodbye. 238 strike rate. He saw, what was that, less than 4 overs worth of balls. So 77 in 33 balls. You can throw in even a Sampson there to bring him down to earth with a strike rate. His strike was only 116. Do you know Lewis, Jaiswal, Sampson, they have more runs than Gaikwad's century in less balls. I think it's 4 less balls. And that was the difference. They chased this with like 15 balls left to go. And then you got a Dubé, 64 runs on 42 balls, strike rate of 152. And then, Glenn Phillips for good measure with the 175 strike rate. There's no one with a strike rate less than 116, comparable to CSK. I get it. It's only 9 total balls. But Reina, Rayudu lost their wickets quickly, strike rate of 60 and 50 respectively. That's what I loved about seeing this fighting side from Rajasthan, where they saw 100. That would have destroyed anybody, you would think. These guys buckled in. They put on their big man pants, big man shoes, and they went out there and they had a huge strike rate. It was incredible. And to Sampson's credit, he said beforehand, I want to chase on this wicket. And he was right. He said chasing's been easier the IPL the last few seasons, especially in the UAE. That's what I loved, that they did not even hesitate. And real quick to the bowling, I don't want to forget about them. Tawadia, who we were talking trash about, 3 wickets. Go get yourself some, my friend. Gabe, that's what I loved.
I just want to piggyback a little bit on what you said. Jaiswal, 50, first 50 in the IPL for the season. Awesome. Jaiswal has been awesome. And if it wasn't because Gaikwad's been so hot and so consistent, he'd probably be the emerging player of the year. But man, Gaikwad has just been so good that I don't think Jaiswal has a shot. You know, with that being said, Nick, I want to go to what I learned, okay? And what I learned is this: aside, no matter how good, is only as good as their weakest link, okay? And CSK has lost, 3 games is their 3rd loss this season. And in those, they've had multiple performances by, oh my gosh, the unbelievable performance by Pollard, right? When he pumped in Giddy, all right, 61 runs. If not, we beat Mumbai. Today's performance by 2 guys, really, Hazelwood and Sam Curran, 54, 58 respectively, 54 and 55 respectively. What is the weakest side for CSK? It's their fast bowling, guys. They're pace bowlers. They've got to be on those slower track where their spinners can go ahead and do damage, because if it's a quicker track like this, they're going to be in trouble unless they've got Lord Decor in there and, of course, Chahar and Dwayne Bravo. We got to keep Dwayne Bravo healthy. We have to, Nick, because if not, we're in trouble. And as a CSK fan, a lot of times, and I've seen this with the Yankees as a baseball fan, where over the course of the season, yeah, I can beat you up because my offense is so much better than yours. But in the playoffs, I've seen the Yankees get eliminated in the first round because their bowling, their pitching just can't withstand it, and that's one of the toughest things that I'm seeing right now. We're one injury away, CSK fans, from having to have either Sam Curran in there or Hazelwood in there, and I think Hazelwood might be in there regardless. Honestly, he may be in there regardless. I don't think that they would put in a seat ahead of Hazelwood, but we need Bravo in the worst way as well as a Deepak Chahar, or else it doesn't matter how good our offense is. We're going to lose because we can't stop anybody. We can't stop anybody. And I think the last thing, Nick, that I learned, it was the do. Okay. Look at some of the 3 a.m. games, all right? The earlier games when there's double hitters. Those scores are always relatively low. Always so far this year in the UAE. I think the top score was like maybe a 160, 170, but usually 140s, 150. Today's was like, what, 120s or 130s or something like that, the 3 a.m. game. But those later scoring games, bro, oh my gosh. And I get it. One was at Sharjah, one is at Dubai. It's crazy to say. Sharjah has become the low scoring pitch and Dubai is now, it's insane. But do has a lot to do with it. So maybe that's why they decided to push back the second game to on the last day of the IPL, so that both games start at 7 a.m. That means there might be 2 high-scoring affairs because they're both going to be seeing due in the second innings. And I think from this point on, especially if you got that late game, you want to chase. If you win the coin toss, you definitely want to chase, man.
Absolutely. What I learned is, even though this IPL version of it, the second half has been a little boring, we got a super exciting match. This was a whole lot of fun. But what I learned was that Rajasthan is in that King's Tap category. They are their own worst enemy. Dhoni was joking around when he said, yeah, I did feel good about 189. I would have felt better with a 250 after knowing what I know now because the score was crazy. Rajasthan was able to, and we've seen them score big in the past. It doesn't matter who they have. They don't have Ben Stokes. They don't have Archer. They don't have Butler, but they can still score runs, but they can't get out of their own way. This squad should easily be in that 4th position behind RCB or tie with RCB. They should easily be there. They should be going to the playoffs. They still have a chance with this big win against the best team, right? The best team in the IPL, and to your credit, they were missing some huge key components. They are their own worst enemy. Hopefully they can get things together. I have no faith with Mumbai this year, so I would have no problem seeing Rajasthan, an underdog, get in there and make some noise as long as they don't beat RCB. The question is, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think about this match? Absolutely incredible. Whole lot of fun. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate you always showing up for our 3 Wickets. And it is time for the pick from the mush.
So, guys, tomorrow there's a huge game going on, okay? If RCB wins tomorrow, pretty much they're in. If RCB wins tomorrow, pretty much they're in. And for me, I'm looking right now and thinking to myself, you know, am I going to go back to the Kohli well, or do I want to go with Maxey? Do I want to go with Maxey?
He's the hot name right now.
You know, they're 2 hot names, okay, Nick? But I'm going to go bold here, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to go bold. I tell you why I'm going to go bold.
With Bharat?
No, I'm not going with Bharat. What are you doing to me, man? What are you doing with me? He's like, Bharat. I'm going to go bold here, okay? And here's what I'm going to go with. Nick, as a captain, because I need the points in the worst way, I'm going with the Purple People Eater. That's right. Bro, this guy has not gotten less than 2 wickets in a game. He gets 2-3 wickets every game. If he doesn't do it, I'm going with Purple People Eater. That's right. Harsha Patel to get those wickets, because I don't believe the tail end is as strong. I mean, it's hard to go with a bowler outside or ahead of a batter, right, Nick? But this guy, how many wickets does he have at this point? I think he's going to challenge for Dwayne Bravo for the most wickets ever as
26.
26, right? And here's the thing. After the Punjab Kings top order falls, please go ahead. Yeah, KL Rahul, he'll give you 50, maybe even 100. Agarwal, fine. The universe boss left. Who else do you trust in that lineup with the bat? Who else do you trust? Really? Puran? I don't know. Deepak Huda? Really? So I'm going with Purple Patel to clean up wickets, especially in the depth. Maybe 3 wickets. The guys, remember, I think Purple Patel's the only guy this year that got a 4-fer. Am I calling a 4-fer? No, I'm not. But I'm calling for at least 3 wickets tomorrow from the Purple People Eater. That's right. And the Purple Eater will essentially end the season for the Punjab Kings. Nick, would you like to venture a player of the game here?
He's got a 5-fer, actually. You know what's crazy about Harsh Patel? I didn't realize this. He made his debut in 2011, I think it was. So he's been playing the IPL for a while. His next highest wicket-taking season was 17 in 2015. Before that, he could never get on the side whatever team he was on. He's just having one of those crazy, I hope it's on a fluke, crazy seasons. I'm going to go very, very safe. Very, very safe. And I'm going to go with King Coley? I'm going to go with King Coley. He's going to start his championship winning season showing before the playoffs start that he can lead his team to a victory. So I'm going very easy, very boring. Watch out for Maxey, though. He's still around. And going with Virat Kohli. The question is, who do you got? We don't know. Let us know. But until next time.
That's 6 runs.